right, so real quick, guys, before we go any further, the first thing you want to do when you go to a new build is you want to talk to the salesperson. Okay, that's step one. You don't want to let your clients go in and then you're meeting the salesperson there. You want to talk to the salesperson because you want to get a couple of key things first and out of the way. The first thing is, what type of promotions are they doing? They're doing 3.9 right now on an ARM, which will adjust in 7 years to the standard rate. Okay.
Is it
At
every
the time.
year on this one, or every like couple years? 'Cause I know it's usually like a 3-2-1. Is that what
No,
that is?
theirs is actually a straight up financing arm.
For
Now,
7 years
so
and
you have 7 years at the 3.9, and then it'll re-up itself to whatever it is
At the
that
7 year.
Yeah, at that point. Now, the other thing that while we have a lender here that you always want to do is, before you let a person go through and do a new build, because the new build is always going to push their lender. Okay, they're going to say that we're giving you these closing costs, we're giving you these extra discounts and stuff for using our lender. It's usually bullshit. Okay, it's usually just a way for them to fluff it up, add in these extra fees, which negate those discounts. So what I try to do is I try to get the new build LE loan estimate, and I'll give that to my lender, Trevor, and Trevor will go through and just smack them up usually, or he'll tell you right off the bat that I can't touch that. Okay.
Right, Trevor?
So you always want to pitch, because your job as an agent is to get your client the best deal, is it not?
Yes.
You need to
That's
be
the
fighting to get your
fiduciary
client the
duty,
best
yeah.
deal. So if you can save them $300 a month on their mortgage, is that not helping them get the better deal?
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
And by the way, out here, Anita Prickus,
Okay.
I mean, it's a small world. She used to work for me back in the day.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal. But yeah, if you qualify for their 3.99 on their 7.6 arm, that's phenomenal.
And
you
they-
can't touch that.
Can I also say, because I fill in here as a temp, you also want to go through their financing, because typically it's tied into using their lender,
Although,
right?
sort of
I've
off the
had-
record,
I've had probably 50 new builds of my own. I've used their
Wow.
lender 3 times.
That's all. Well, they want you to
Yeah.
start there. And
Yeah.
if things
Yeah, you-
don't
yeah,
work
you have
out,
to. You gotta
right,
give
you
them
got
the
to start
information.
with them and give them
But
a
I
shot.
rarely let my clients
Right.
use the builder's lender.
and off the record, I mean, if it ends up being something for a senior that's a reverse, a HECM for purchase, or if it's self-employed and we've got to use bank statements or asset depletion or something like that, if it's
Yeah.
an exotic product, I handle their backup work here anyway. And again, off the record, I can probably call Jesse and go, hey, can I get the incentive to travel? I mean, they're spending a lot of money on a forward commitment to buy 3.99. It's probably like 8 points. So you think about that. They're spending $40,000, $50,000 to offer that.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? So if we need closing costs and we've got to go with an alternative product just to get them into the home, we're probably going to be okay with that.
Perfect.
Can I also dovetail on that and say, don't be afraid to do an offer on new homes.
Yep.
Just remember that.
Yeah.
You can always write it and they can say no, but don't ever be
So-
afraid to ask, right?
So that's one of the keys to going through and talking to the agent first, getting a little rapport going on, because you not only have to find out the incentives for the client, but you also want to ask about your commission. How much are you going to make? Okay, what's the co-op on this deal? Are you guys doing 3%?
Yes, we are.
So you need to find this stuff out before, because you don't want to be asking that stuff in front of the
of them.
client, because it makes you look a little more off, you know?
Even though they know everything anyway,
Yeah.
they'll end up knowing. But always ask if they want to wash your driveway. Don't be afraid to ask because it's new.
Exactly.
You know, I know you think on resales, but don't. What can they do but say no?
Yep.
That's all
So-
they can do is say no.
So let's say this house right here is
Wendy.
marked at 605. The
Wendy.
one that,
Last year they told me, first home you sell for Woodside, first home you sell they give you 3%.
Okay.
Second home 3.5%, and the
they
third.
still,
No.
they're not doing that
They
anymore.
may do it towards the year end
Yeah.
because they
But that
want to
is
get it
a-
off the books,
Yeah.
but not now.
4 months to build. I saw one around
Nice.
here.
Yeah.
Single story.
Let's go.
Oh, that was Serenata. That was
Yeah.
Serenata.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's
I
head
don't
over
know
here.
this year.